I don't know if anybody ever told me how to do this. This is something that you either pay someone to do or you kind of figure it out. Dogs have requirements too for hygiene and things, so we're going to go over kind of the basics of taking care of your dog physically. That's a beautiful teeth. Oh. And we get all the way back in there, right inside, and just massage. Dog's not showing any distress at all. Get that one right there, okay? Today we're going to do a little bit of basic maintenance for the dog. I don't know if anybody ever told me how to do this. This is something that you either pay someone to do or you kind of figure it out. Dogs have requirements too for hygiene and things, so we're going to go over kind of the basics of taking care of your dog physically, starting with food. So everybody here, luckily we got a group here that's all great weights. Regularly though, they're not always perfect weights. And as someone who's struggled personally with my weight my whole life, I wish like someone would just deliver me a portion of food for each meal and that was all I got, and then I would be like the perfect weight all the time. But I get to make my own decisions about what I eat. Our dogs don't get to make their own decisions about what they eat. Our dog's favorite thing in the world is to eat. In fact, I have a 17-year-old dog right now, and he's close to the end, and one of the things that I watch is how frequently does he refuse food. When a dog refuses food, there's something seriously wrong because it's their favorite thing to do. Now, it could be something simple like a bad tooth, and that's frequently what it is, but it could be something more. So it's their favorite thing to do, so they never want to refuse it, and they get excited about it, right? We use treats to reward. So I always caution people, just look at the bag that you're feeding your dog. It's got a chart on it. It'll tell you the size of your dog and how much they should get. Just try to live within that. If the dog loses interest in dry kibble, then we add a little bit more each time, a little something interesting each time. But we don't go all the way. Like I've had people that say they're not interested in kibble, so now I cook chicken and lamb and rice and I make them this. It's like, come to my house. You can do that for me. We don't go all the way to that extreme. We add one little thing at a time to try to get their interest back. Frequently, dogs have teeth problems. So dogs have 42 teeth in their mouth. We have less than that. They can afford to lose some of them, but for humans, tartar builds up on our teeth in about 12 hours. That's why we brush our teeth regularly. Think about that in terms of the dog. So like they virtually never get their teeth brushed. So that tartar's building up. When your dog's new and fresh and a puppy, its teeth are white, you'll start to notice that they start to turn color over time, starting at the top of the tooth by the gum and working its way down. And we want to get ahead of that with our dog. So the elderly dog I have now, he went to the dentist a couple of years ago. I got a phone call about 10 minutes after I left the office, and they said, hey, we're going to have to do some extractions. Is that okay? And I said, yeah, lose a couple teeth. When I came back, they handed me a Ziploc bag with 20 teeth in it. They left the canines and a couple others, but anything else that was close to bad, they pulled out. But we're going to start today with kind of the basics, and everyone kind of gets a toothbrush and goes to town. And I'm going to recommend that you look into something more like these are on Amazon. I think I got 4 of them for $2. They're very inexpensive, but they've got quite a bit of action on them. And for our dogs, we use an enzymatic toothpaste. But we'll start with the teeth. Anybody want their dogs, you want me to be the guinea pig and I will practice with your dog? Come on up. Let's see what we do. So this comes in a bunch of different flavors. I used to buy the mint because I thought, well, that's what I'd like, your breath to smell minty. They don't care for the mint as well. They like the peanut butter and the beef flavor. So this is beef flavored toothpaste. When I start, I always want to start slow and easy. I used to come in, get my gear and grab the dog and we're going in for toothbrushing. We don't want to do that. We want to have this a little bit gentler. Come here. Oh, you want to smell that? Oh, what is that? Oh, hi. That's pretty tasty. Can you sit? Can you sit? Oh, that's nice. Yes, that's so nice. And so just a little bit, we like it. So now I put a little bit on my, hi. Oh, you're so good at this. It's actually like the best it's ever been first time. So,
Nice.
yeah,
I
and
do not brush their teeth, so I'm glad you want to groom. Oh yeah, that's.
and then it's just a little bit on each side, and we don't want to overdo it. We don't want to like get the dog distressed about it. So as long as they're in a good space, I'm going to keep going just a little further. Hi. Oh, those are beauties. That's a beautiful teeth. Oh. And we get all the way back in there. But your reaction is really, really good to this. And this can be like 3 or 4 minutes. It doesn't have to be a terribly long time. And then put this back up, put it away. And while you're sitting there, since you're being so good, and you have long floppy ears, so our dogs hold a lot of wax in their ears, which is necessary for their own hygiene and to keep it good. However, it sometimes gets to be a little bit too much, and with the larger ears, let's see if I can do on this side so everybody can see it. I'll go on that side. I'll try to lean over. So I usually try to start with this. This is just an ear cleaning product. So when we go swimming as humans and we get water in our ears, we get that swim ear stuff, which is like alcohol. And you put a couple drops in there and I guess it dries the water. So my recommendation is we never give a dog a drink of alcohol. We don't put any alcohol in its ear either. So unlike humans, we don't clean their ear the same way as we clean a human ear. And this is a pre-moistened little, like a face cleaner with the same material that's in this one. And so I will normally start with a exterior, like a clean of the right inside and just massage. Dog's not showing any distress at all. And you know, there's a lot of flaps and folds. So a dog's ear has 2 bends in it. So we don't ever put a Q-tip or anything else in there because we can really injure the dog. You can use your fingernail to get anything that you can visibly see. So there's not really that much in there. So once I'm done with that surface cleaning, and I'm not going to put the liquid in your dog's ear, just so you know. So this one is the version of swim ear for dogs, okay? And on this one, I think it's 6 drops. I'm going to put 6 drops directly into the ear. I'm going to close it and just massage it. And what'll happen is that'll break up any of that other dirty stuff, and it will just naturally come out. It won't dry like swim ear dries, and then it'll be good. You did so nice. So there's 2 ways to do, there's 3 ways to do this. There's the Dremel. So if you know like what a Dremel is, it's a little polishing tool that's got a motor in it, and you push the button and it spins. So they make those, they're really nice. They make those with a little slit in it that you actually can just slide your dog's toenail into, and it'll spin and grind it down. It's a very easy way to do it. It's not distressful for the dog. However, some dogs respond to that noise, the zzz whirling, and they struggle with it. So if I was to do that now, I would start it over here and see what the dog was doing before I brought it closer. Dremel's one way. A guillotine is another way, but a guillotine is a little harder to get your arm into all the spots, but you close it and it cuts it. And then the scissors, which actually are probably the easiest one to manipulate with your hands to trim the nail. Inside the dog's nail is like, call it a piece of pizza, it's a V. And it's called the quick, and it's living material, and that's what grows the fingernail. So there's a V inside your dog's nail called the quick that has living material in it, and then there's the nail, which is another V on the outside of it. That's the part that grows out from the quick. If you've heard the saying, cut to the quick, that's cutting to the point where you get blood, so you've touched the quick and blood comes out. So that's what we don't want to do. We want to cut just up to the quick. When I have the dog's paw here, if I push with my thumb on the bottom of the pad and push down, the part of the nail that extends over the pad is safe. The part of the nail that's above the pad is not. Let's take a look at your toes. Let's take a peek. So here's one. Let's get that one right there, okay? Hi, one more. Like he's really easy for a big dog.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, he doesn't have any stress about it whatsoever. He's like, okay, what are we doing? That's cool. We'll do that. Nice. Yes. Oh, do you want a treat for that, all that good behavior?